Tomatitos, bringing a 60 TP and Tomatitos have done that. They pretty consistently like the turtle, and it worked out, I think, actually for them against
They
Claire
have
last
turtled. And the problem with their turtle though is it's more of a time thing. Where if like people are like, oh, okay, they're turtling again, and they just like they speed up the process of breaking the turtle, it's actually winnable.
Because they see the stir, they see the 60 TP. If your Jack is AFK, you have your initials for when you're fighting against, you know, double 277, double bat chat, double CS. You know, you have those initials, and then you say,
Right.
They have a stir and a 60 TP. We've got these initials, right? Like, we're going to cheat a little bit because it's not like we're going to be fighting everything at the donut in the first 30 seconds. So, and Jack is AFK because I remember last time it was that 277 was pickable in the middle for Tomatitos. Jack's AFK, I've known those guys. I've played with those guys before. They 100% know how to pick that. Whether they were listening to the cast or not. They're going to know how to pick that.
I mean...
even if they're watching on mute, they
I'm pretty sure those guys watch VODs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they'll be looking to make plays like that on the 5 line just to dislodge that vehicle.
I'm pretty sure the top 4 team are probably consistently watching VODs.
Yeah, Tomatitos, I think they brought a different heavy and actually slightly different initial. They have 60 TP and stuff going to D2. This is really unorthodox and delayed. This could be really freaking bad for Very. But they are not going to poke. They're just going to wait there and ambush. They're just planning
Ox and Anthony trying to do the boosty boost.
Maybe they were listening to us because they're thinking, well, if someone tries to go pick Fluky, we're going to have these tanks here. We're not going to be lit, and they're not going to know where we are.
Coma taking a shot by Fluky, flexing here a little bit.
Oh, no, I just realized. It's Fluky Floppy again.
Oh.
Smiley and I have talked.
I thought we were like desynced or something.
When it's Fluky versus Floppy, and
they start shooting practice this?
Uh-oh. Maybe they're waiting for Coma because they need the 3rd tank. I was about to say, I hope Ox didn't DC, but yeah.
I was like, there's no way Ox didn't practice this. You know what I mean? In a training room.
Mm-hmm. And he's got it. He's up.
Oh, so they need 3. Like, a CS isn't strong enough?
Yeah. That's what I think we saw before, yeah. Unless they're coming in full...
didn't they do that with
what
Blue?
It was, if he's coming in full speed. If he's coming in full speed with the CS pushing, maybe it is okay to do it too. I don't know.
Oh, but they just got unlucky.
If they yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, because I think that we did see it just to CS and Necron do it. But if they missed the first try, maybe they can't. I don't know. Let us know in the DMs, guys, or in the chat.
What? Oh, for that.
Yeah, I'd actually be curious, but that's the way I'm seeing it. And I like that trap actually.
Yeah, everybody, Germ_NA. What's your Discord? Just Germ?
Good question. I think
Germ
so.
Germ number
something.
Wait, I don't actually.
We not Discord friends. We are friends? Okay, good. I was about to say, I'll be your friend.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's because you're streaming, I think, your numbers, your hashtags.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say your hashtags on stream and then tell people to send you feet pics, but it's... But it didn't work, because I can't see your hashtag numbers, unfortunately.
I'm streaming, guys. Please, keep it together. This is PG rated. And now you can see Floppy, Brett, and Very.
Hey, Viral, do you still have a cold? Is somebody else doing the camera work?
I think he's doing the camera work. I talked to him yesterday, and he sounded a lot better than Monday. Viral,
that's good.
Lovely admin was a little bit under the weather on Monday. Just a head cold.
Viral, make sure to press X on this map so you don't fly off the cliff. I got you, brother, man.
Lock that height.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about like cracking the turtle early. And Jack's AFK has been very slow.
Oh, he said he's worse today. Unfortunate.
Oh. But they are making the play now, and the VZ IS7 are going to go into
wow, look
D5,
at this
and that's immediately the trigger.
Who do they pick,
though? The trigger, they're going to come up to E-line. They were.
Wait, did they light
Tomatitos
that?
are taking a step
Did Brett
ahead.
light that?
No,
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
Oh god,
They're a step ahead.
Insane.
They're just a step ahead.
They're just a step ahead. It looks like this probably
gonna
is going to be
delete one of
Toma's
these
win
guns,
if it
and it's gonna be
and they're
buried.
going to pick Vervi.
Vervi? 600 HP, 230. What a meta play by Tomatitos. What a postseason play. That was brilliant. And now they're up a gun on their cliff defense and up 5,000 HP. And Jack is AFK are in a
And Brett's
terrible
kind of
spot.
stuck there. Brett's stuck there. Floppy's stuck. Ox is getting farmed. Coma's getting farmed. Everybody's getting farmed. There's farms everywhere.
They were going to have trouble spotting all of the pieces. Down goes Brett, but they never spotted Sheep. They could have assumed the 60 TP was down there somewhere, but they never spotted Sheep or the CS anywhere.
Luki helping out
ever.
Luxon with Coma. Looks like Luxon will probably win that now, but Coma just making sure.
Down goes Floppy.
Fluky making
and
sure.
Coma.
Did I say Coma making sure? Coma's the one dying.
I don't know. It's Floppy and Floopy. Fluky.
Floppy.
Floopy?
Fluky.
Floppy. Dang it. Whoever wins this makes the other one name change.
I think they've been like that for a while. The floppy tacos.
Yeah.
We can just call them
Floppy,
tacos.
floppy tacos or something?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Fluky's always been, I'm pretty sure, just Fluke.
Yeah, so technically it wasn't like a name change to trip up the casters. We can have a Fluky and a
He could
Floppy.
change his name to Fluky Tootsie. Ooh.
So, Tomatitos did the thing where they just thought, how would they counter us if we did this again? And
Look at
the
Anthony
only
trying
thing
to run
Jack
for his
AFK
life.
could do was to make sure that they spotted another gun or two. They were never going to spot the 60 TP in all likelihood, but they needed to find the VZ in particular and be like,
Anthony-
well, where is
Anthony
he?
over
Because
here-
the second
Anthony over
there's
here
two on
had
the two
the-
line...
Anthony had the runner track star on. He's like, I'm a runner, I'm a track star. I'm gonna run away when it gets hard.
The second there were 2 to 3 tanks in particular on the 2 line, that changes the
Correct.
whole strat.
No, it was like such a really nice delayed push from them. And
Mhm.
like they just assumed the 60T because I mean it's so good because the assumption is, you know, the 60 TP is going to be behind the big rock and Fluky is gonna, I mean, it's just so good. That was really nice to see. And it worked.
Mhm.
It worked.
Perfect.
strat that
Like,
worked.
exactly how they envisioned. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys at home can see some of that if you're watching just one single day, because it has to do with the other matches they did on Monday and Friday
Correct.
last week. And yeah, really genius by Tomatitos. That's why it's not just a victory, why they're just have 8,000 plus HP left at the end of the game and nobody dead. That's why. Amazing stuff. So who showed up to play? Because right now, I'm not saying Jack SKK didn't show up to play, but Tomatitos clearly in the last 48 hours.
Jack
have
tried
put
to
in a
show
lot
up
of
to
work.
play, but his internet said no.
Yeah. Point to Smiley on that one, everybody. Poor Captain Jack, but
Oh, you gotta admit
he's
that was
hoping
like
his team
really
can
good.
still-
I mean, it was a low blow, but it was worth it. Oh, it was hanging there, the fruit. I just had to grab it.
oh, you just kicked it, man. Like you just roundhouse kicked that apple off that tree. You know, like you didn't pluck it or anything.
Oh, hold on, I'm
But,
getting a text.
oh, Jack's coming-
It's Jack. He wants to play on my PC. Unfortunate. No play.
It says Jack is coming back in
Really?
for next round. So maybe whatever his issue was, he has fixed. So we'll
His
see
mom
if it
changed
makes
the
it.
Wi-Fi password. No, I'm joking.
So I don't know how they could have done some of those differently, other than they have to keep someone, for example, low ground on the 2 line,
Mhm.
like Brett,
Mm.
just to see that the second that crossing happens, and also to
Right.
present himself as a crossfire to punish as they're doing it.
Right. Yeah, if I remember right,
That's all
if
he
I
can
remember,
do.
because obviously I'm not gonna dox him, but if I remember where he lives right, there's always somebody, like when it rains really hard, there's always somebody running into power lines around where he lives. Because I have a friend that I think also lives in the same like city, and like their power always goes out because they have like a really big line that's next to like a highway, and there's always somebody just, you know, because it rains so much here, there's always somebody, because we have joint base with Lewis McCord, right? So there's like over 250,000 like active military people that live here that aren't from here, right? So they'd be all walks of life, and they're just driving their Challenger in the rain. You know what I mean? And they press the brake a little bit too hard.
Accidents can happen, man.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens. But we're waiting for tank picks here. It looks like maybe there was a timeout called. So it's just delayed a little bit.
It's probably because him coming in or something like that.
Probably. So now Jack's AFK. There, the tank picks have started now. On defense now on Cliff. That has to rattle them a little bit, because that one they definitely don't deserve to win, but they definitely deserve, like you pointed out, the first round on Ghost Town. So
Right.
They're still only down 1 though, and there's a lot of rounds to go.
There is,
They just
and now they have Jack back. Jack is back. He's not AFK.
Get their stuff together, and tank picks Tito's beginning with double CS, Jack countering, double CS bat, and a VZ. I'm trying to recall Tomatitos' attacks.
My favorite are when like my favorite are when some of these guys like don't turn off like the automatic Windows update.
Oh.
You ever have that? I think
you know what I always did? I always was like, I made sure to manually, like, anytime I was like doing things like that, I was like, I always make sure I'm gonna update my drivers like the day before. I'm gonna do my Windows update the day before. I don't wait till the day of the match. I'm too scared.
In like a live tourney, because like that's not your PC. You know what I
mean? I'm pretty sure something like that actually has happened at a live tournament that I've.
Yeah, I think it has, right?
Because a lot of times those PCs that are used at live tournaments, it's like the first day of setting some of them up. Sometimes they're brand new, and it's like they need to update everything, and you're just like, well, okay. And it takes hours, right?
Right.
And it's hogging all the bandwidth. See if Jack's AFK can win this one on their defense. I just don't recall, Miley, do you recall Tomatitos? I don't remember their attacks being particularly strong on Cliff. Their defenses were fine.
Their defenses are strong. I think what they do, the last time we saw them play this, they had a 50B at like J2, and they just lost. Remember that? So it looks like they're trying something different.
Yeah, that's true. That was on Monday.
Mm-hmm. And I think the times we've seen them before, they did like the basic thing. You know, they played a lot of middle brawls. Did he light the CS? Oh, he definitely was that.
He's a TVP. He's not, when he plays there, he's not able to get
TVP with hardening is actually really interesting.
1980s feels like a lot of HP compared to the 1800, and
it's the same HP as a bat chat.
Look at the punish coming out. Donut control going to Jack's AFK with those double CSs, and Coma and Very are not stopping. They're going straight for sheep here, while the 277s up top are going to go towards the bat. And Coma's going to dump 2. He takes a lot of damage in return, but Very can just kill him, even with the hardening. This is the value of that 2K-ish alpha. It's just dead, and now they're out. Oh, Coma's down to a one-shot. He took so much damage. I don't think
those are really interesting. They really believed that was like a free pick.
Yeah. I think they maybe hoped that he wouldn't pen every single shot, the TVP, that because the TVP got out every shot. They weren't poking in unison because it was like pop, pop, and then the second VZ was pop, pop. You know, they weren't timing.
But they have everybody, every single person is here on their team. So I don't know what Toma's gonna do, but like getting Sebastian out that far and then also serve, maybe going for cap.
Yeah, they're gonna have to put someone on the cap. They have the CS up top, and once they do that, they're gonna lose some strength in the middle, and Jack's AFK is just gonna pick which direction they want to push.
Where would you push in this scenario?
Probably F line. But you're sending the Kronwagen north, so now it kind of has to be E-line, actually. E-line allows you to get safe from the south guns really quickly, but you're still kind of exposed to the north guns.
And I think that's like, who is that, Serve and A6? Or maybe Sebastian? I think Serve maybe.
Serve should be in one of them. I just don't know which 277 he's in. You can see Ox now getting farmed.
Yep, Sebastian's the one in the corner, where he can do
HP's
damage.
Dead even, by the way, as this is beginning, even though Jack's AFK are up a gun. But Ox has 2K of it back there. And they are just going straight for the cap. The 277 is running away. Brett is very far ahead. and he's going to hold up here for just a moment as he opens fire onto Hector, but he takes a shot of damage, and now they can peel back towards mid. Maybe not go
so
too
Hector,
far
if
into
he
this.
wraps around, he'll have side shots on the VZ.
They're going to be the pick
Sebastian
next.
also has shots on Vervi already. Looks like Vervi.
Sebastian's helping too.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just caught out here because they stayed too long. And this is the problem with continuing to push off towards the cap. Like, you can get them off the cap, but then you have to kind of go back to mid, because you can see they got the mid for free at that point, because once there's stuff on the 0 line, they are going to take Lighthouse. And the whole idea is you just bait your enemy out and take the hill. And Fluky's going to go down here to Captain Jack in just a moment.
Captain Jack.
And those 3 guns in the north have nowhere to go. They lost Very for it, but and they could have maybe possibly kept them alive, but in the end, perfectly fine. And they can push Ox all they
Luxon
want.
getting unlucky there and missing.
Brett does not miss the kill shot. He gets it. Ox still has 1400 HP. And Captain Jack was back, man. He got a kill right there. I like what Jack AFK did. There were just those couple of little things they could have done a little bit differently. I think in particular, the double VZ pick on the TVP is not necessarily bad. And that's why you don't go on the inside from the south to spot. It's why you spot out wide, is because you can get into one of those rocks and make the enemy chase you down, and they have to go commit so much further for you.
Oh, Sheep only got 2 shots out.
Oh, then how did they do that much damage? Because it was just Sheep and the VZ that had shots.
It must have been Fluky must have penned both of his shots.
Yeah, but still, did they high roll? Because he was down to a 1 shot. 640 plus like 1,000 or even 1,100. I mean, it could have been, what would be the max? Because he was down to like 300 HP.
Mm-hmm.
So if she penned another shot, like he could have conceivably killed him outright. But even then, it's hard to say if that would have been enough to save Tomatitos. But yeah, interesting game. Cliff is done. And we're at 2-2. As we go into the next match. Or next match,
Muro, right?
It will be Murdo, which I'd have to say is Jack AFK's wheelhouse.
I guess
right?
the only thing to point out here is like Floppy actually playing his CS today in that game.
And doing very well. More than 3k damage.
And so it is 2-2. And to be honest with you, out of all these 4 games, I mean, it should be like 3-1 to be honest, right? The only decisive win in Toma's favor currently is that Cliff defense. So we'll see going forward. I mean, dude, talk about a map we haven't seen since the dawn of time. Murovanka.
So last time we saw it when FHS sent their crons, they got excited and just overdid it. I think it was actually against Jack AFK, wasn't it?
Yes.
And Jack AFK just able to pull it back after that, even after they were down so much. And I don't know how Tomatitos are going to play it, but this is a map that's changed.
I don't even know if we've ever seen Tomatitos play Muro. So
I don't remember them playing it.
I think it might have been one of their permabans. So that actually might be super huge for them, especially if they never scrim Jack AFK. Because imagine, because people kind of know what Jack does. Like, they always bring 2 bat chats. Usually it's Brett and Ox, or Ox is in like a cron or something. You know, they usually had like, you know, they're probably gonna have like, they usually had like Wally and IS7. Now they're probably gonna have
You're partially right.
Probably
Jack's
like
okay.
Vervi and Coma. Oh, the EU boys and the